Hey, guess what we're doing today, guys? We are making babies. Not like that. We are going to be flipping a coin to find out what genes are going to end up in the sperm and the egg so that you can find out the genetics of the baby. Remember, mom and dad both have two genes, right? Our chromosomes come in pairs. Mom and dad are both heterozygous. They each carry the dominant and the recessive gene. You're going to flip a coin to find out what gene mom gives and what gene dad gives in order to find out what their baby's going to look like. This is going to be a very interesting exercise for us. Here's how it's going to work. You need to flip your coin. Circle heads if it's dominant or tails if it's recessive. Flip it again. You're moving on to mom's next trait. So maybe the next one comes up tails and we circle recessive. Okay? What you cannot do is you can't circle one for mom and then circle another for mom. That does not work. You need to only circle one for each trait for mom. So you're going to go down, you're going to do all your circling, then you're going to come over to dad, you're going to circle some traits for dad. All right, so that you end up with one gene from mom and one gene from dad circled in this entire page. When you've done that, please return your penny to the teacher. We need your penny back. The next class is going to need it, and it's only a penny anyway, so it's not worth keeping. Then you're going to take those genes that you circled, one from mom and one from dad on the first page, and you're going to write them in here on the second page. So you need to be writing the gene for mom and the gene for dad into each of these spots. Then you'll find out, depending on what you circled for mom and dad, or what you flipped for mom and dad, you're going to circle the genotype. Even if, now notice that for your genotypes, we always put the dominant letter first and the recessive letter second. So even if mom's gene is recessive, like say mom got the little t and dad got the big T, you would circle big T, little t, because that's the combination of the two. You're going to do that for all of the traits, all 8 traits, and then you are going to type your findings into the spreadsheet. So you're going to go to your Google Classroom, and you will see that in your Google Classroom I have a spreadsheet for you about the genetics of your smiley face baby. Now, I've already put a student in. There should be enough space for everybody. So if, even in my biggest class, everybody's going to have a space. Please put in your data. And you know what? I've made the computer do most of the work for you, so you're lucky. All right? Notice I already have Joe in here. Okay? I'm going to now get Jane whoever. Okay? She's going to type in her face shapes. She's going to type in all her other colors. Okay? She needs to be able to spell. Okay, now the cool thing is you can see that if I'm typing something that's already been typed, it does what's called autofill. So if you just type the B, okay, BA, and notice it's autofilling the LD for you. That's going to make your life really, really easy, assuming that those words start with different letters. So for brown and blue, it might not work so well, but for most everything else, it's going to work really well. Here's the other thing I want you to notice. Down at the bottom, the computer is counting for you. It's counted the total number of students so far are 2, and it tells us how many have round faces and square faces, round eyes and oval eyes, and so on. You don't need to worry about this yet. We're going to be worrying about this tomorrow when we start to do some calculations about probability here to look at how our genes are passed on and why we end up with a number of people with certain traits. What I want you to notice is that the computer is counting exactly how you spell. So if you do not spell correctly, like say you spell little L-I-T-L-E, okay, or L-I-T-T-E-L, you get a little typo there, the computer's not going to count what you wrote. So please double check that your spelling is right in order for the computer to count. All right, that's really all there is to it. Then you're going to return to here, and this is where the fun begins. Once you know what your baby looks like, you know all those phenotypes, you're going to draw an adorable little picture of your baby. Please color it, because some of these traits are colors. And then you will submit the entire packet to the substitute and get a copy of the homework. Okay, please make your baby cute, give it a good name. You know, we're like sort of baby centered on Team Princeton right now, so we want some cute babies and not scary babies. All right? Thanks for doing a great job on this today, guys.